Welcome to the Explainer. If you've ever felt totally overwhelmed by just the thought of buying a home, well, you're definitely not alone. Today, we're going to demystify those super intimidating early phases of house hunting. We're actually going to flip how most people approach this whole process by showing you exactly why you need to secure your wallet before you ever grab a shopping cart. So, here's our roadmap for today. We're going to cover wallet before the cart, the power of pre-approval, the home buying step-by-step, decoding the loan estimate, and finally, avoiding costly mortgage mistakes. Let's jump right in. All right, Section 1, wallet before the cart, specifically the mindset shift. There's this really common frustration out there. Take this quote from a real buyer on Reddit. Why do realtors push for a lender? I'm not looking for a replacement home until mine sells. Honestly, it makes sense, right? You just want to look at houses on your own timeline, but agents are always insisting on dealing with finances first. So, why the push?
Well, think of it this way. Shopping for home without a lender is literally exactly like walking into a grocery store without your wallet. I mean, sure, you've got the desire to buy all those amazing items, but you have absolutely zero proven ability to actually pay for them at checkout. Without that financial backing, you're basically just pushing an empty cart around the neighborhood.
Moving on to Section 2, the power of pre-approval, or knowing your numbers. There is a massive difference between being pre-qualified and pre-approved. Pre-qualification, it's really just an unverified estimate based on what you tell the lender. It's kind of helpful, but honestly, it's pretty weak. The absolute gold standard is a true pre-approval. Sometimes you'll hear this called a TBD or to-be-determined pre-approval, basically because you haven't picked a specific house to buy yet. This one carries immense weight because an underwriter has actually gone in and verified your documents and your credit history. So what kind of magic does this verified pre-approval actually unlock for you? First off, it guards your time and your heart. And trust me, there is nothing worse than falling head over heels for a home that is just mathematically out of reach. Second, it calculates your precise maximum purchase price. Third, it adds massive clout. A lot of times, sellers won't even look at an offer without this letter in hand. And finally, when you do find the one, you're ready to strike instantly. All right, Section 3, the home buying step-by-step, looking at the chronological roadmap. If we look at the official Delaware home buying guide, the whole journey really breaks down into 5 main steps. Step 1 is pre-approval, and here's a crazy fact for you. This should actually start 3 to 12 months before you ever even tour a house. Then, Step 2 is looking and making an offer. Step 3 is the signed contract, which triggers all your appraisals and inspections. Step 4 is getting that magic clear to close from your lender. And Step 5, closing day. That's when you sign a mountain of paper and finally get those keys. So, to really conquer that Step 1, you need a financial readiness checklist. First, you've got to check your credit report for errors and pull your FICO score. And hey, listen closely to this one. Do not close unused credit cards. Doing that can accidentally tank your credit score right when you need it the most. Finally, save up that down payment. 20% is ideal, sure, but there are some highly accessible options out there, like 3.5% for FHA loans, or even zero down if you're a qualifying veteran. And if you need a little help getting that checklist in order, there are some really incredible, totally free resources out there. Organizations like Bright Paths and the Financial Empowerment Center offer free coaching sessions. They will literally pull your official TransUnion FICO score for you at zero cost. Taking advantage of these groups is exactly how you empower yourself in this process. Next up, Section 4, decoding the loan estimate, your financial nutrition label. So what exactly is a loan estimate? Well, it's a standardized 3-page form required by federal law. It outlines your estimated costs and terms so you can actually comparison shop. It was designed by the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau to replace this incredibly confusing old document called the Good Faith Estimate. You should really think of this new form as the nutrition label for your mortgage. It reveals every single ingredient you're signing up for. Now, there's a super important rule you've got to remember here, the 3-day rule. By federal law, a lender has exactly 3 business days to send you this estimate after receiving 6 key pieces of info from you. That's your name, income, property address, property value, loan amount, and social security number. The literal second they have those 6 items, that 3-day clock starts ticking. Let's break down how this form actually works. Page 1 gives you a quick snapshot of your loan terms and projected payments. It outlines your interest rate and what your monthly payments are going to look like. Crucially, though, it lists private mortgage insurance, or PMI. If you put down less than 20%, PMI gets tacked on, and that can add up to 1.5% of your loan amount every single year.
It is a massive factor in figuring out your true monthly cost. Then, turning over to page 2, we get into the closing cost details. This is itemized line by line, absolutely no mysteries allowed. Now, Section A lists the lender's direct costs, but you really want to pay close attention to Section C, because this right here is where you are legally empowered to shop around. You absolutely do not have to use the lender's default providers for stuff like title insurance or pest inspections. Doing your own shopping here can legitimately save you hundreds of dollars. And finally, page 3 gives you comparisons and additional info. This section is brilliant because it basically does the heavy math for you. It calculates the total amount you're going to pay over 5 years, and it gives you your annual percentage rate, or APR. By combining your interest rate with all those upfront fees, these two numbers become your ultimate metrics. They're how you compare the true cost of different loan offers right side by side. Oh, and here's another really vital timeline to keep in mind: the 10-day rule. Once you get this loan estimate, you only have 10 business days to respond and tell the lender you actually want to proceed. If you just sit on it, those estimated terms can legally expire. And man, in a fast-moving market, that kind of hesitation could completely cost you a great interest rate. All right, bringing it home with Section 5, avoiding costly mortgage mistakes. Keep your money. Let's make sure you don't fall into any of these really common, totally expensive traps. The single biggest mistake? Applying with only one lender. I mean, you wouldn't buy a car without visiting a few dealerships, right? So definitely don't do it with a 30-year mortgage. Another huge trap is focusing solely on the monthly payment. Taking a lower monthly payment that secretly hides massive upfront closing costs, that could completely wreck your finances if you end up moving again in 5 years. $30 to $75. That's generally the absolute maximum allowable upfront charge you should ever be paying before you get your loan estimate. Under federal rules, lenders can strictly only charge a reasonable credit report fee before handing over that estimate. If anyone tries to charge you hundreds of dollars in application or appraisal fees right up front, just hold onto your wallet and walk away. We have covered a lot of really crucial ground today, hopefully completely changing how you approach the start of your home buying journey. So I want to leave you with this final thought. Have you checked your budget before checking the listings? Securing your financial wallet before grabbing that real estate shopping cart isn't just some annoying requirement from your agent. It is absolutely your best strategy for a secure, totally stress-free purchase. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer.